The impact of the First World War on Russia. World War I broke out in 1914. Russia was involved right from the start, supporting Serbia against Austria-Hungary, and honoring her agreements with her allies, Britain and France, in their conflict against Germany. Russia's involvement in World War I exacerbated the hardships that the majority of the population already experienced under Nicholas II. Russia suffered great military defeats. Economic problems escalated. Hunger and hardship increased substantially. Russia underwent some social changes. The Tsarina became even more unpopular. And people lost all faith in the abilities of Nicholas II to rule Russia. Let's look at these impacts in more detail. A major impact of World War I involves the military defeats that Russia suffered. Russian armies were very large but badly led and poorly equipped. In 1914 Russia lost two major battles with 250,000 killed, wounded or captured. This caused increased civilian anger and loss of morale. Economy. As 15 million men had to join the army, fields and factories were left without enough workers. This caused severe shortages of food and materials. Moreover, the railway system failed to cope with the additional demands of war, causing inadequate supplies to the front and food shortages in towns. In addition, coal was not delivered. These shortages led to power failures. Another impact of World War I was that food prices rose so much that families could not afford to buy sufficient food. As a consequence, there was widespread hunger and discontent, especially among town workers. World War I also increased criticism of the Tsar and the Tsarina. The Tsar was blamed for military defeats after personally taking command of the army in August 1915. The Tsar was also blamed for the weak government of the Tsarina, whom he left in charge while he was at army headquarters. In addition, he was criticized for his refusal to choose new ministers for the Duma. The Tsarina was inexperienced and incompetent as a ruler. The government ceased to function effectively when she was left in charge of it. She relied on the advice of the unpopular Rasputin until his murder, in December 1916. The Tsarina was also personally unpopular because she was German. Rumors circulated that she and Rasputin were working to ensure a German victory in the war. The only remotely positive effect that World War I had on Russia involves a social change. The war created new jobs in armament factories and on railways. Therefore, the number of town workers increased rapidly as peasants left the countryside to take up the new jobs. Ultimately, the devastating impact that World War I had on Russia pushed the Tsarist regime closer to its end.